When you hired a property manager to manage your rental property, you likely assumed that you would free up your time and energy. After all, that's why you hired them, to take on the stress of being a landlord so that you don't have to. However, not all property managers can fulfill on that promise. Some are poor communicators, have faulty systems in place, or aren't as knowledgeable as they claim to be. Hi, I'm Olivia with Good Life Property Management, and today we're going to go over the 6 signs that it might be time for you to switch property management companies. Before we go ahead and get started, feel free to give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. The first sign is if you can't get a hold of your property manager. Poor communication in any kind of relationship is aggravating, but especially with your property manager who is tasked with managing what is likely your biggest asset. Property managers should be getting back to you within 1 business day or sooner, depending on the issue. If it feels like they're dodging your calls or emails, or you're constantly having to follow up with little to no response, it might be time to find a manager that's better suited to your needs and cares a little bit more about your property. The second sign is if your property is sitting on the market for way too long. Now, there are always outlier examples, but for the most part, your property manager should know how to get your home rented quickly to great tenants. They look at a number of factors, from homes that have rented recently in your area, the neighborhood, the home's features, the current market, seasonality. All of those things are things that they're typically looking at for each property that they're renting out before setting that rent price. If your property is sitting on the market for an extended period of time, think 30+ days, it might mean that your property manager didn't do their due diligence when setting the rent price for your home. If you're unsure, ask what their average days on market is. This will give you a better idea if all of their homes are sitting on the market or if it's just yours, and either way provide some context for the situation. The third sign that it might be time to switch is maintenance. Maintenance is always a point of contention for property owners, whether it's going smoothly or the company has a lot of issues with their systems. First, the owner is probably not thrilled that something needs to be replaced or repaired in the home, and second, they now have an unexpected cost that they have to take care of. A well-oiled property management machine should have a preferred list of vendors that they use when they encounter maintenance issues. This helps the issue get taken care of quickly, and the property manager can vouch for their work since they've been using them likely for a number of years. A good property manager will update you until that repair is complete. Even if there are days where no progress is made because a vendor isn't available or it's the weekend, owners still want to be updated on the status of that repair. If your property manager isn't providing updates or their updates are extremely vague, it might be time to find someone else to take care of that issue for you. The fourth sign is not adhering to laws. Now, there are a number of laws that might affect your property, from who the home is leased to eviction bans, to rent control, and you're trusting your property manager when you hire them to make sure that they know these laws and are effectively enforcing them with the tenants as well. Most property managers take courses on fair housing and stay up to date on new legislation, especially over these past few years with the number of eviction bans and rent control legislations that have been passed. The easiest way to avoid this is by asking them at the start of your contract with them how they stay up to date on new legislation, if they've taken fair housing courses, and things like that. Once you've hired them, it can be a little bit harder to catch, but it's especially pertinent when new laws are passed. Ask them about the new rent control ordinance or the new eviction ban, and if they seem clueless or like they don't really know what's going on, you might want to jump ship and find someone that has a better grasp on those topics and new laws. The fifth sign is a lack of inspections. At a minimum, your property manager should be inspecting your home once a year. They typically coordinate this with the tenant so they can go into the home, look for things that need to be repaired, things that might have broken, and also look for lease violations like unauthorized tenants or pets. If you ask them if they do this inspection and they don't know, or they just straight up say they don't, then you might want to find a manager that does do this. This is how they're checking on the status of your home and making sure things aren't destroyed, or again, making sure the tenants are not violating their lease. These inspections will typically come with a report along with some photos and videos to show you what the home looks like and fill you in on anything that might need to be repaired or replaced. If they're not doing this, but they're doing the inspection, kind of defeats the point of that inspection. The last sign, and probably the most important and defining characteristic of whether or not you might want to switch property managers, is a general lack of trust. Do you feel at ease after you talk to them, whether it's about a lease renewal, a maintenance issue, or just a status update on something? Or do you feel worried that they're not handling the issue at hand? Your property management company should be making your life easier, not adding stress. Once you lose that initial trust, it's the beginning of the end of the relationship with the property manager. You're never going to feel like they're handling the issue in the way that you want them to, and it's best to just cut ties and find a management company that better suits your needs. So those are the 6 signs that it might be time for you to switch property management companies. Having a property manager that you can trust and rely on is crucial for your peace of mind and the success of your rental property. Once you feel that start to waver, it's time to make the switch. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to leave us a comment and check out some of our downloadable guides to help you find the best property manager for you.